Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purplelunarose Love and Astrology Night. Tonight, I am going to give you some reminders for the astrology transits of the week of August 11th through August 17th. I will read for the collective with some oracle and tarot, and I am offering some free and paid mini readings at the end. All right, guys. So it should be a pretty small and cozy live for us tonight. I didn't share out until last minute. And to be perfectly honest, guys, I didn't even realize it was Sunday until I woke up this morning. So that's where I'm at in this household, right? We do have new babies, been here a week with us. So it's been a very exciting week to say the least. But yeah, just lots of changes, lots of cosmic influences. And yeah, we're going to go over a little bit of that tonight. I do see everyone starting to come in. Guys, don't forget we are multi streaming. So we are on 3 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, all at the same time. All right, guys, let's get started. Let's talk about it. The week of August 11th through the 17th. Again, we already went through all of August transits and we did touch on some of these points. So if you guys missed that and you're looking to see what's happening for the whole month, you can find that over on my YouTube channel. All right, so really, I know I'm saying August 11th through the 17th, but really, I want you guys to know it's the 14th. It's August 14th. I would have told you to circle it as a hot date because we had so many different transits happening on this particular day that impact us that are on this specific type of spiritual awakening journey, right? So the 14th is a Wednesday. It's going to be this coming Wednesday, guys. So this is the energy that you could be dealing with on this 14th. We do have this Mars in Gemini conjunction. Um, it's conjuncting Jupiter in Gemini. So I was going to skip over it, and then Diana was like, no, we should talk about it. So I was like, okay, we will. If you listen to other astrologers, this energy is really controversial. I mean, surprise, it's got to do with Mars and Uranus, right? So it's like all of this energy is controversial. But people are kind of expecting some different outcomes or for us to experience this energy in different ways. What I'm going to say here at PLR, right? As much as I feel like I can say this as often as possible, is we really want to try to focus on the positive, especially when it comes to Jupiter energy with anything, because Jupiter is going to magnify everything. And Mars, of course, Mars is an aggressive energy, of course. It's an argumentative energy, of course. It's temperamental, right? Mars is very temperamental energy. Guys, I deal with these energies every single day. I have so much fiery Aries. My Mars is in Aries. It's like there's so much of this energy on my regular day to day life. So what I'm going to tell you is use this energy to benefit you in certain situations. And I'm going to give you an example. So if you feel like you need to stand up for yourself in a certain situation, this Mars in Gemini conjunct Jupiter in Gemini is perfect for just that example, right? That situation. But it wouldn't be like, for example, with your neighbor or like your dog or like your mailman, right? Like you're not going to exert this energy out on those people, right? So just be aware where you're directing your energy, because this is definitely going this conjunction. I know it's happening on the 14th, but guys, it's going to impact us for several weeks, if not several months. So really just pay attention to where you're directing this very explosive energy, right? And try to use it for something that's going to be positive. All right, let's talk Mercury retrograde. Let's just get through it as quickly as possible. I feel like I double, triple checked my notes for tonight's live just because of this Mercury retrograde. I feel like this one's a little bit different than ones we normally experience. We normally have 3 in a year, right? Last year we had 4. Sometimes it's 4, but most of the time we have 3 Mercury retrogrades in a year. This year we had the first one in Aries. It was April 1st through the 25th. Right now, we're currently in the second Mercury retrograde that started in Virgo and ends in Leo. It actually moves into Leo again on the 14th. Surprise, surprise, right? So this energy, Virgo, Leo, Mercury retrograde was August 5th through the 28th. And then we have one more after this. It's going to be in Sagittarius, and that's going to be November 25th through December 15th. So there's just some important dates for you to put in your calendar in your notes. All right, so this definitely feels like two Mercury retrogrades because of this Virgo Leo split. And I'm going to explain to you why I feel this way. The first part was in Virgo from August 5th through the 13th. Guys, we're live streaming today. It's the 11th, so we're only a couple of days away from it moving into Leo. And Virgo Mercury retrograde is definitely about like resisting the urge to overthink or overanalyze or even like overextend yourself. Now, Mercury and Leo, a little bit different. It's more about managing like big reactions. It's fiery, feisty Leo energy. So it can definitely turn like a minor situation into like full blown shit show, right? So you really want to stay grounded during this energy. You want to be, again, cautious where you're directing your energies, and you want to pay attention to or watch out for misinterpreted messages, mixed signals, ego clashes. That's going to be really big. Emotional flare ups and over the top meltdowns. Guys, I can give you a perfect example of this. Turn your TV on. Turn your TV on. And just, any channel, doesn't seem to matter, any news channel, and you can literally see over the top meltdowns happening, right? All right, so that is that energy. All right, let's talk about something fun. Something fun again, Diana, great recommendation, reminded me that today, August 11th, it's actually today and tomorrow, is the peak of the Perseus meteor shower. I hope I'm saying that right. This is actually an annual event. It starts about mid-July and goes to the end of August every year. This event is a result of the Earth passing through the debris or bits of rock and ice that are left behind by the comet called Swift-Tuttle. Swift-Tuttle actually passed by Earth the last time in 1992, but it was originally discovered in 1862 by two different astronomers independently. So we had Lewis Swift and Horace Tuttle. So that's where we got the name. So meteor showers are named after the constellation that they appear to emanate from, right? So from the Earth, the Perseus meteor shower appears to be coming from the constellation Perseus. So to see the meteor shower that's happening, I would suggest going out in your backyard, finding the darkest spot that you can find, and looking up, because today and tomorrow, perfect time to see the meteor shower. So according to NASA, guys, in case you didn't know, when you're watching a meteor shower, you're actually seeing the pieces of debris heat up and burn out as it enters our atmosphere and burns up. So thank you, Diana. All right, now I'm going to tell you guys what we're doing tonight after the collective. I'm actually going to show you a little sneak peek, guys, a little sneak peek of the Aquarius full moon. I know we're a little bit over a week out, but this is going to be a very powerful and impactful full moon for us individually and for us collectively. And since we're here at PLR and we're reading collective energy, this full moon definitely very big for 2024 in PLR. So a little bit of a sneak peek. First, I want to tell you that the Aquarius full moon is a strong collective energy. You could feel like you're in a state of limbo around this full moon, especially if your energy is ahead of the collective. You know how I always say some people feel these energies ahead of time, some people feel it after it's happened, most people feel it when they say it's going to happen, right? But if you're ahead of the collective, you could feel like you're in this state of limbo, like you're having to wait on someone. You're actually having to wait on everyone, literally. And a way to know if you are ahead of the collective, are you ready? I'm going to give you guys a hint. If the readings that I give you feel like they already happened, if when we do collective readings and you're like, man, that just happened to me, how did she know that? You're ahead of the collective, right? So what I'm going to give you some advice, Aquarius full moon, you want to try to go with the flow. So no controlling is allowed with this full moon whatsoever. That's really going to throw a lot of us like completely out of loop because we're all a bunch of controlling people. We're healing from that, right? But definitely it's going to be a challenging full moon for many of us. So you want to surrender during this full moon. You want to be present during this full moon, and you do not want to let the fear of uncomfortableness, or like not having any control, cause you to stop your forward motion in your spiritual awakening, in your spiritual path, even if it feels like it's moving slow right now. A lot of times when things are feeling like they're moving slow, something big is actually about to happen. And the interesting part is that this full moon has aspects to Uranus. So, of course, Uranus is who rules Aquarius, right? So you may feel irrational, moody. You could feel like you're caught off guard, but the presence of Uranus alone with this particular full moon says that there's going to be a big surprise. So you guys heard it here first, right? Because I'm starting super early. Aquarius full moon, get ready for a big surprise. A big surprise or like a wild card type of energy, right? So it's going to change all of us. This is definitely collective energy. And it is because we are awakening as a collective. Mass awakening is happening all over the planet, all over the earth. Like if you go back in time and study awakenings, like back in the way back days, you know what I'm saying? It was really rare. You didn't hear about it. And if you did hear about it, you just called those people crazy. You're like, oh my gosh, that's so-and-so down the road. She's having a spiritual awakening. She's lost her mind. She's lulu lala, right? Now it's more common. Now words like, alignment and dark night of the soul and healing and, all these types of words are actually like really common now, right? And it is because, again, the world is having a mass awakening. Now, don't ask me why the world is having a mass awakening right now. Like, that's a conversation for you and Jesus, right? But yeah, that is why I feel like, this energy is going to impact us so strongly. What I will say about this Aquarius full moon, I feel like because it is a very collective energy, a lot of us, like, a lot of people don't even like collective readings because they don't want to be associated with the collective energy. Although the planets and the galaxy and the energy that pulls at us, right, impacts everybody, whether you want to believe it or not, just like the moon and the tides, right? So just whether you want to believe it or not, it still happens. It's like, just because you don't like pay attention to it doesn't mean it's not impacting you. So this collective full moon impacting everybody on this planet the very same way. And the way it's impacting us is we don't want to be part of the collective. We don't want to be held back because someone else is slow in their learning. We don't want to be attached to something because someone else hasn't learned something or figured something out. So this particular full moon, are you guys ready? Again, hearing it here first. This is really like the calling out, like where this is like, I don't know, everybody is holding everyone accountable. Calling people out on their shit is really becoming a trend. Like, I made a joke about that when we started PLR, but like, it's coming true in real life, like right now, right? It's just definitely something that's happening again because we don't want to be part of collective energy that's low vibrational or stagnant. Being unhealed asshole is just no longer cool anymore, and especially after this particular full moon. So I'm sure you guys seen it on your screen. I put the spread out there. It does have to do with the February new moon in Aquarius. So we're going to look back in that free reading that I'm offering tonight, and we're going to see what were you doing around February, right? Like, what was it that you were putting out into the world? Was it humanitarian efforts? Was it service? Were you being stingy? Were you sitting in your house gossiping about everybody? You see what I'm trying to say? Like, it definitely has to do with what you were doing in February, because what happens with this full moon, and really what happens with every full moon, guys. But what happens is with this Aquarius full moon happening on the 19th is you're going to reap your rewards. You're going to reap what you sowed. So if you were back in February, of service to, all of mankind, then yay, get ready for big things to come in. But if you were hiding in your house gossiping about everybody in Katie's, well, get ready for everybody to find out what you said about them. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what's happening with the Aquarius full moon. All right. So that's what I wanted to share info-wise. Now we can go on to the collective. Victoria, hello. Michelle, Renee, Sandra. It was my moderators that let me know today was Sunday. I got a notification when I first woke up. Sometimes I feel like with my life, with PLR, my regular job, my personal life, my healing journey, my spiritual awakening, like everything just blurs together, right? And it's like I wake up sometimes and I'm like, what day is it? What's happening today? All right, collective energy. I'm going to start masculine first. I had this whole aha moment. I was doing a one-on-one today. And actually it was, kind of this morning, but of course it was anything that happens to me in the morning of the days that I have one-on-one scheduled somehow impacts the one-on-one. It's like I need to know something for that particular situation. It's so weird. Spirit is amazing. But anyway, I just had this, like, I don't know, aha, like the pieces fit together in this particular type of awakening journey that we're on. And I want to talk about it so bad, but it's definitely like a whole other show. So I'm wondering if it's going to come out in the reading. Let's see what happens. Oh, yes, Diana. Thank you for asking. I'm using my new Inner Eye Oracle. It's clearly one of my favorites. And this is what we're going to use the main part of the spread with. And then I'm going to use the Tarot of the Enchanted Soul to clarify. And we're going to pull Chakra Love cards for guidance. Thank you for reminding me. All right, masculine energy first. We have the Stranger coming out. Surprise. I've actually seen that card several times today. So the Stranger is the card that talks about stranger danger. It actually talks about how we grow up and we're raised to believe that strangers are bad, right? Like, think about it. When you were growing up, they told you, like, don't talk to people you don't know, right? The card actually represents that could be causing us to not see opportunities with people, to be scared of people that we shouldn't be scared of, to have fear that someone can hurt us when actually they can't, right? So that's masculine energy here. So it's definitely giving me like some standoffish. I don't think they're dealing with the stranger. I think it's more of, it's very possible that Divine Feminine could feel like a stranger to them. There is a lot of change happening for Divine Feminine, but I think it's more about being closed off, trying to decide whether I'm going to open the door and let this stranger in, right? Like, am I going to meet this person and really get to know this person and be vulnerable with this person? Or am I going to keep this door shut because I've been taught my whole life that, these people are going to hurt me, right? Sandra says, I never meet a stranger. All right, let's look at feminine energy. We have a misfortune coming out, and it shows the volcano exploding. It's definitely giving me like shock, awe, Uranus energy, something unexpected. It's 10 of Spades, so it's giving me like 10 of Swords energy. So it's definitely like a completion to something. So I feel like it's very possible that you recently experienced either a tower moment or like another shake to your foundation. In other words, you start building something and then it's like, dang it, I'm still not doing it right. Or dang it, I'm not, like, I didn't implement everything I knew, or I'm reacting instead of responding, right? And you know what the message I've been getting lately, like for the last, I don't know, few days, and I'm not saying that I'm good at it or anything, but I feel like Spirit's been telling me there's no need to react or respond. Like there's no need to react or respond. I think that we lower our own ascension process when we like stoop down to someone who is not at our level. I feel like I'm talking like a robot, but it's like I'm trying to say it in the kindest way. I could say it a lot quicker, but then people would get their feelings hurt, right? um, but it's like, when someone's not at our level, and I'm not trying to say like I'm better than anybody, I'm just learned more. That's all I'm saying. Like when someone hasn't learned as much, they're like, they don't have the knowledge, right? Then it's like when you stoop down to that level, do you experience tower moments? Well, heck yeah, right? Because we're not supposed to react at all whatsoever, but some things we're not even supposed to respond to. And when we do respond to it, it's like we're shaking our own foundation because we don't have faith in our own foundation. We don't have faith in our own courage and our own journey and our own thing that we're doing. And that's why we're allowing this thing to shake the foundation, right? So it's definitely giving me that type of vibe. And Ten of Swords vibe is like, it needs to stop. It needs to come to a completion. It's definitely slowing down progress. All right, we have the Gifts card coming out for bridging energy. On the bottom, we have the Protector. The Protector, I feel like, has been really important in my own personal journey. I don't know how to go about that. I feel like I resonate with Divine Feminine. Again, doesn't matter whether it's masculine or feminine, or like male or female. We have both, right? But I feel like Spirit's asking me to be more in my feminine state, I guess you could say, in this particular lifetime. And in order for me to be able to do that, I have to feel protected. It's like if I don't feel protected, then I can't stay in feminine energy. I have to be more masculine energy because I have to protect myself, right? Because masculine energy is about protecting and providing. So that has been pretty big in my own journey. And it's like Spirit won't allow me to be around someone that is putting me in any type of danger. And that could mean a lot of different things, you know what I mean, to a lot of different people. But it's like anything that doesn't align with source, you see what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just not allowed. All right, let's look at the Stranger card for Divine Masculine. It's definitely this fear of opening up, being vulnerable, showing someone something. And this could have something to do with gifts, like Divine Feminine. Did you not implement or not use your gifts when it came to whatever this shakedown, whatever this tower, whatever is, right? And for Divine Masculine, is it fear to show your gifts? Like, is it fear to, especially for Divine Masculine, it's like this energy where they always want to be seen as, good, or like everyone else, right? I don't know. It's like, it's more feminine energy doesn't care. Like it doesn't, it wants to be more independent. It wants to be seen as special, right? Masculine energy, it doesn't need to be seen as special. It's like it wants to be seen as all the other masculine energies, right? So there could be something about masculine energy with their own personal gifts. The Fool card comes out. It's talking about taking a leap of faith. A lot of strong Aries energy here. We also have the Empress. Two major arcanas coming out for Divine Masculine. We also have King of Swords coming out. So big confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Because King of Swords is about authenticity, opening up, being vulnerable. And the Empress is many people's clue card for divine feminine. So this divine masculine could be trying to gain the courage to open up and be vulnerable with divine feminine. But I feel like it actually has something to do with source, because the Empress is about the connection between you and source. So I feel like this divine masculine could feel like divine, like the soul, like spirit is asking them to implement their gifts, or to show their gifts, or to be open about their gifts. And they feel like if they do, they may have a stronger connection to source, to spirit. It's actually beautiful energy. It's so surrendering. It's so like there's no resistance here. There's fear. There's fear of still concerned about what people think and that type of thing. But there's no resistance to the connection between the masculine energy and spirit. And that's what's beautiful. Normally the masculine energy is very resistant. All right, for misfortune, we have 10 of Cups. So whatever the misfortune is, it's in a love situation, a home situation. 10 of Cups is happy home, happy family. I know that it's definitely true in my world. Uh-oh, now we're in trouble. Queen of Swords comes out, and Knight of Swords comes out. You recently told somebody off, or you recently left the situation in a very short and brief manner. It's so interesting. Ready? Okay, so I was listening to this podcast today, and in the podcast, it was this couple that they talk about like relationship advice. And in the podcast, the couple was talking about how when you're trying to communicate with someone, and you just get up and leave the room. Like you're trying to have a conversation with someone, maybe a challenging or difficult conversation with someone, like your partner, your person you're in a relationship with, and they just get up and leave the room. There's something about being able to speak with someone with compassion and understanding. There's something about it's like you're trying to do something and you think you have to be cold or I can't think of the word, not rash, but and not necessarily hasty. There's just not a lot of compassion or understanding. Again, it's not spirit saying don't do this. In fact, Knight of Swords and this 10 of Swords misfortune card is like you could experience a tower moment, or you could have already, right? Experience a tower moment because you didn't leave a situation quick enough, right? Like you overstayed your welcome, or you allowed someone else to overstay their welcome. Like the lesson was learned and it was time to do something else, or to do something in a different way. But you kept wanting to do something probably your way, right? And so whatever happened with Queen of Swords energy, which is like how we communicate with people, how we understand people, how people understand us, like that is where the situation lies here. I think that's what caused the tower moment. But by no means is spirit not saying like you shouldn't have stood up for yourself, or you shouldn't have walked away from a situation, because that's exactly what Knight of Swords is. It's about walking away, freeing yourself from something. The words daring and direct are on there. Now, the words going against the flow are also on there. We just talked about that with the Aquarius full moon. So it's definitely about going with the flow, right? I think the trick to this Aquarius full moon is going to be just not resisting whatever change is here. All right, let's look at the gift cards. We have 6 of coins. That could be the gift. Like maybe we just get help, right? Hello, Spirit. Thank you for answering. But 6 of coins is like you get help, you get assistance. It talks about like things being balanced out. Four of Coins is here, and you've been holding on to something really tightly because you haven't had enough of something, so definitely needing the assistance. And then we have Two of Wands, so it's going to bring you help. It's going to help. I even talked about this limbo energy, like we could be feeling like we're being asked to slow down, especially as like we're waiting for collective energies to catch up. Um, but it is this energy like you're allowed to take this first step now, but I feel like it's going to have something to do with redirection. The word I'm hearing is redirection. In other words, we thought we were going one way, but instead we're going this way. On the bottom is the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is about healing, healing from a broken heart. All right, let's do a quick head, heart, and higher self. Let's see what everybody's thinking, feeling, and what their higher self is teaching them right now. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for me. All right, so masculine's headspace, masculine's current thoughts. We have new beginnings coming out. It's Ace of Clubs. It's the card that shows the plant sitting in the pot, and it's just now started to sprout. It only has just a few leaves on it. It definitely looks very fragile. Let's look at the heart space for Divine Masculine. We have the Leader. I feel like that could be a message. We have, wow, I wish we were playing a little poker here. We have the Ace of Clubs and Queen of Clubs. The Leader is giving me this energy. Okay, so it's in the heart chakra. So remember, heart chakra is how masculine energy sends messages to feminine energy sends messages to masculine energy. I know that people think telepathy is like third eye, brow chakra, but it's not. It's actually your heart chakra. So the Leader is like, I feel like this could be a message from Divine Masculine. Like they could be trying to step up and take the lead, or they could be trying to be a leader, or they could be saying they want to be a leader. It is in the heart space. I have the Worries card coming out. The Worries card shows a black rabbit. It's got a black rabbit, and it's a black rabbit with a white foot. So we all know the rabbit's foot. I said that card came out earlier too. I think I said that the rabbit's foot is like you're lucky, right? Everybody knows that the rabbit's foot means good luck. I feel like this is an energy talking about, and we talked about this because Mercury retrograde being in Virgo had us all overthinking, over analyzing, over everything, right? And I think that's what's happened to Divine Masculine. There's definitely like this over worrying. You're overthinking something. You're stressing yourself out. You're already highly protected. It's definitely giving me that type of energy. Let's look at Divine Feminine. So now I'm looking at thoughts, feelings, and higher self lesson for Divine Feminine. We have the Strength card coming out in the headspace. Strong Leo energy. It's hard. I feel like it's hard. It's challenging for you right now to be strong. We're always strong, but like there's this energy of like, how much longer do I have to be strong? The Apprentice is here in the higher self space. It's interesting because the Leader shows a picture of a woman. It's Queen of Clubs, and the Apprentice is Jack of Diamonds, and it shows a man. It shows a man with like two wrenches next to him. So it's like this man, the apprentice, like learning how to implement, learning how to use the spiritual tools, right? Which is big confirmation of what I said earlier. But I feel like this is the message from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. And Divine Masculine's message, because the reason it has the picture of the woman is because that's who Divine Masculine wants to lead, right? So like that's the message to Divine Feminine. Like, I want to lead you. And Divine Feminine saying, I want you to learn more. The Ace of Hearts comes out. It's the Love card, and it is an actual picture of a heart. This is higher self lesson. Divine Feminine, I feel like you're probably getting some big lessons on compassion, understanding. I'm getting like the hurt people. Um, all right, I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Okay, ready? This is my theory on this whole type of spiritual awakening journey that we're on, and I'm going to try to get through it and like, Lord help me clear my thoughts. Have mercy. Okay, so this is my aha moment with this type of awakening journey. Okay, I always say twin flame is a label. It's not my favorite label, and it seems like as time goes on, we're in 2024, the label's getting worse and worse. But what in a label is just something we call something, right? And like that's we labeled it. So twin flame is a type of awakening, right? When I'm doing these readings, I'm looking at divine masculine and divine feminine energies. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine energies within us, okay? And the whole point of an awakening is to balance those energies. A twin flame awakening, it means that someone catapulted your spiritual awakening, okay? So lots of things can catapult your spiritual awakening. You can get in a bad car accident and that could catapult a spiritual awakening. You could do a lot of drugs and that could catapult a spiritual awakening. You could experience trauma, loss of a loved one. I mean, lots of things can catapult your spiritual awakening. But in twin flame, it's usually a person, right? It's usually a person, and they call it a simultaneous incarnation of your soul that comes and wakes you up because you're normally stuck to some type of karmic loop, some type of karmic partner, some type of karmic lesson that you're just not getting. You're just not figuring it out. And your soul has purpose here. Your soul has something to do, but instead you're just waking up 9 to 5, getting up every day, arguing with the same person, the same fight, the same crap every single day, and nothing's happening. There's no ascension, there's no awakening, there's no nothing, right? God doesn't live in your world. So your twin comes, wakes you up, and says, hey, you're better than this. You deserve better than this. You're supposed to be doing something down here, right? Shakes your whole foundation. You wake up, you go out, you start learning, like, why did all this happen to me? You have to completely rebuild, right? You change jobs, you move, you change partners, you probably get divorced, right? Like all these things happen when you meet a twin, or like when you have this type of spiritual awakening, okay? So here's my new aha moment. I feel, remember, I always say like we're all one, right? I feel that everyone we see is a reflection or a incarnation, right, of our soul at different versions of healing. So when we meet our twin, it's not some fairy tale that people romanticize. That's why, like, when people are asking me, where's my twin? When am I going to meet my twin? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you trying to look for this type of situation? Because when this happens, this person normally has to do something to us. Like, they can't be super nice, right? I'm not saying they're super bad, but they have to do something that's going to shake your whole belief system, right? So it's like, this is not, it's not normally a nice thing that happens. I watched this TikTok video the other day. It said, this lady was saying like her twin was not this romanticized like fantasy. It was someone, it was like a Judas, someone who stabbed her in the back and left her for dead, right? Um, and I wouldn't go to that extreme, right? But I feel like, I mean, for some of us it's possible. But you know what I'm saying? It's not this fantasy, whatever, because most of the time these people, when this energy like is impacted or this happens, we're in a very unhealed version of ourselves, right? So our counterpart energy that awakens also very unhealed. Now, is it possible that these two people heal and they go off and live together happily ever after? I mean, sure, it's possible. I imagine it's super, super freaking rare, right? But here's what I think happens. I think at least one of those people goes off and heals. And I think at least that person that goes off and heals and decides like, I'm going to awaken, I'm going to make a better life for myself. And they're so thankful for that twin and whatever crap happened, right? Because now their life is completely different different and completely better than it was before. But I think that person goes on to attract people at their level of healing. I think a lot of times can it be another karmic relationship where you have to learn another tough lesson? I mean, yeah, maybe, hopefully not. Can it be a soulmate, someone who wants to heal with you, who puts equal effort in, who's awakening with you, who has like minds, doesn't think you're crazy because they understand because they're having a spiritual awakening themselves, right? Yes, that's probably more likely. That's what happens, I think, more often than not. And then what happens is people go, oh, you know what that was? That was a false twin. This is my real twin. No, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Give the credit where the credit is due. The asshole that woke you up is your real twin. Get over it. It's not a fantasy fairy tale. The person that's trying to meet you at your level of healing and is putting in that effort, that's a freaking soulmate. You see what I'm trying to say? That's a partner. That's equal effort. That's I water you. We're going to grow together. You water me. It's not a take. It's two givers, right? So that's what happens. That's a success story in this type of spiritual awakening journey. So here's what I'm learning. Ready? There's definitely I feel like I'm having a second heart chakra activation. I had a heart chakra activation for the world at large. When I had this awakening, it happens to everyone. So most likely you've experienced this too, right? I hated everyone. And then now all of a sudden it's oh, I have to love everyone and I have to love them unconditionally. I have to know that they're going to make mistakes because they're freaking human. And I have to just walk away and love them anyway. That's really easy when that's not someone that you're intimate with. That's really easy when that's not someone that's in your immediate family. That's really easy when that's not your boss. That's really easy when it's not your neighbor. That's really easy when it's someone who lives in another country and you only talk to on the internet. You see what I'm trying to say? So now what's happening is I feel like I'm having yet another heart chakra activation where it's now I'm having to learn to love people unconditionally right here in the world that I sit in today. So tell me if that is what you think could be happening to you, because I feel like that's definitely the lesson for me. All right. I feel like I got through that pretty smoothly, I guess, maybe. All right, let's pull some messages. Let's see what comes out. Let's do divine masculine to divine feminine. Not every argument has to be so intense. I think 20 years from now, people won't even argue anymore. It'll just be so frowned upon to raise your voice. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm telling you, healing is becoming the new trend. And walking around being an unhealed asshole is not going to get people very far at all. And I love it. I feel like me personally totally just makes my whole life, right? I feel trapped in these emotions, but I'm doing this to myself. These are all 3D masculine messages to feminine. Are you focused only on your needs, emotions, and pain that you can't understand or hear what your partner is saying? That's going to be higher self message. All right, let's do 3 from feminine to masculine. Unwillingness to communicate will not make the situation better. If you keep requiring your partner to fill your void, you will be disappointed. Fill and heal your voids and show up for yourself. That's going to be higher self message. And last one, create space together to evolve, expand, forgive, and communicate in healthy ways. On the bottom, expectations lead to resentment. Some big confirmation in our messages. All right, let's pull some chakra love messages for guidance. Maybe Spirit will give us some hints on any blockages that we may be dealing with and what we can do about them. All right, so first one to come out is going to be a root chakra, so base of your spine. Red jasper. I have some on my desk right now. It's my new favorite, by the way, guys. But red jasper is going to be the suggested crystal here for meditation. It says grounding, sink your roots deep, connect them to the heart of the earth. I've been practicing more grounding, like more intentional grounding, I guess you could say. And I've been practicing in a lot of different ways. Like, I know that I talk about all the different tricks that you can do, where you can go outside, where you can touch a tree, take your shoes off, walk on the earth, right? All these things. I talk about, like, if you sit at your desk, which I do a lot, right? So it's like, I understand if you work in an office and you're like, Rosa, I can't just go touch a freaking tree, or I live in the city and there's nothing but concrete and cars, right? I totally get it. You can envision tree roots coming out of your feet and going down into the earth, deep down into the center of the earth, and coming back up and anchoring to the bottom of your feet. And I always say, now you will feel more centered, you will feel more anchored, you will feel more balanced. That's definitely a good one. But here's what I'm learning to do now. Ready? It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. The meditation is helping me realize that I don't need to envision anything. I literally just need to think it and make it so. All right. We have another root chakra coming out. This one is hematite. Foundation. So this is going to be for divine feminine, because we've seen that foundation crumbling. We've seen that foundation experiencing tower moments. It says foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. So what I'm getting there is, like, don't be upset when you experience tower moments and your foundation crumbles. See it as an opportunity to build a more solid foundation, right? All right, let's do one more. This one flipped out already. And again, another root chakra. So I asked Spirit to show us where we could be experiencing some blockages. So what I'm going to ask you guys, for those of you that are in here in the live, how many of you feel like, are you confident about your I am? Like, do you feel that you know who you are? That you know what your purpose is in this lifetime? Do you feel like you are connected to source and you're guided on your soul's path in this journey? Or do you feel like maybe you deal with I almost said constant chaos, which I don't even know why I would say that, because I wouldn't necessarily, I guess root chakra blockage could make you feel, if you don't have a blockage, you feel centered. So I guess if you had a blockage there, you could feel like you're in a constant chaos, like it's one thing after another being thrown at you. So if that's the case, then there definitely could be a root chakra blockage, right? Garnet is going to be the suggested crystal on this card. So we have red jasper, hematite, and the garnet. So if you have one of those, grab them. You can literally, so it's going to be at the base of your spine. That's below your sacral chakra. Guys, you can actually put the crystals in the area of the chakra. You can meditate, cleanse. There's different rituals and practices that are done to help remove blockages. And of course, if you're interested in any of that, or you have any questions, please reach out to me. Email, Etsy shop, all of that good stuff. All right, that's it, guys. That's your collective. I hope that was helpful. Calmness is on the bottom. It's the crown chakra. It says to calm your monkey mind, do not feed the animal. Again, all in our mind. We have full control. I think that has been the biggest aha for me in my spiritual awakening, right? All right, so I'm going to clean up really quickly. Let me show you guys again what I'm offering tonight. We do have moderators. We have moderators over on YouTube. We have moderators over on Facebook. If you happen to be watching on Twitch, I can see you. So just comment and let me know. I am going to recommend, that's the wrong video, y'all. Let's look at me. But I am going to recommend that Aquarius full moon. We will do more of them, guys. I know when we have more than 1 week where we talk about the same transit, especially something big like the Aquarius full moon, which we're going to talk about several times before it gets here. I promise you that I am making a completely new spread each time I'm offering a free reading. So it's not going to be the same reading that you got before, right? So just keep that in mind in the next couple of days as we talk more about the Aquarius full moon. I'm going to grab my pen and paper and go check out our list. I love that it's mostly just us, right? I shared out last minute. Safe haven. We were looking for this one right here. Like Spirit said, pay attention, Rosa. I did get I got the notification for your comment this morning. I never did get a message, so I'm not sure what message we're talking about, but I did let my moderators know to keep an eye out for you this evening. So it says, I am Rochelle. Anything about my career? Also, is Kay my divine partner or not? Thank you so much. I love that. What caught my attention is she said that she got a reading from me about a year ago, or maybe it was 2 years ago. I can't really remember what it was, but I just love that she remembered me and came back. So yeah, just hang out with us. And here's what I'm going to say. So I normally charge $10. You can see there that Sandra, our moderator, is letting everyone know $10 if you want to ask a specific question. But here's what I'm going to say. I do offer general guidance reading. So a question like that, that's something that you can think to yourself, and I can pull some general guidance from you, and you will most likely get an answer. I always say Spirit knows what you're going to ask before you ask, right? All right. Dream Sequa on YouTube is first. And we're doing full moon. I love it. Victoria on YouTube. Full moon. Are you guys trying to think back? What were you doing in February? Jenna on YouTube. Full moon. Michelle. Facebook. Full moon. Sandra. Full moon. Renee. Full moon. Hunter Wade. Message for me. All right. We'll add Safe Haven. Let's do a general for Safe Haven. And Hunter Wade, full moon. I feel like same. Dream sequence, same. I was definitely at a pinnacle of a battle. And it was like I had to escape, which I did, but I would definitely agree with your comment there. But are we surprised? Probably not, right? Okay, so let me get my inner eye oracle out. And Aquarius full moon. And then Dream Sequa is first. All right, Dream Sequa, let's look at what you started in February. We have the home card coming out. It's 4 diamonds. I feel like it's coming to me, but I'm chicken shit, so I'm not going to say anything, and I'm just going to pull the next card. Where are you reaping? Delays. It shows the snail. how it's going to change your life. We have the advisor. Oh, wow. That's big. And I'm going to have to say it or I'm going to get in big, big trouble. All right, let's pull a guidance card. We have the protector. Disingenuine, I can't say this word. Genuine, it's disingenuine, but you know, with the ITY at the bottom. I can't apparently read. I don't know. But it's the 7 of spades and it's on the bottom of the deck and it shows the mask. It's got a picture of like the New Orleans, mask with the little feather on the side. With the little rose. Yeah. Okay. So overall energy is needing to take the mask off, needing to show. It's like there's something about like trying to cover something up with a band-aid. It's like rip the band-aid off, just show the wound. It's okay. It's that type of energy. Okay, so I mean, clearly, whatever started in February was in a home situation. So it shows this big Victorian home. It's 3 floors. It looks like this huge porch, 2 stairs, wraparound stairs going up. So it's giving me this like one of those homes where everything is in its place. Like everything has to look a certain way. There, we don't leave dirt on the floor. What I'm saying? Like everything has its nice area type of situation here. So I feel like it's possible that something that started, there's something about an uncomfortableness, right? That's what I'm getting is like it's uncomfortable here. So it's like something you could have started in February is you could have been trying to like manifest more comfort, more love, more joy, more happiness in your home environment. What you're reaping now is delays because you most likely know there's some action, something that you need to do, but of course fear causes us to make delays, right? How it's going to change your life. The advisor was pretty direct. Are you ready? You're going to advise other people. And that actually makes sense because that's what happens in our spiritual awakening. We go through something, we experience something, we gain knowledge and wisdom in that area of whatever the something is, right? And then we go off in service and we help other people that are going through that same thing because we're never the only person, right? The protector is coming out for guidance, and that's just spirit saying you're highly, highly protected. So if you felt like any type of unsafe energy, especially in the home situation, I feel like spirit is trying to ask you to pay attention to the signs where he's showing you that you're highly, highly protected. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right. Ooh, have mercy. I don't know why I do that. I write my list down and then I close my book. All right, so that was Dream Sequence. So we have Victoria on YouTube. Thank you, Victoria. Guys, I know you've seen it on your screen. I am still offering that Lionsgate reading. I know a couple of you asked. No, it's not over, and I'm not going to argue about when the peak is. But what I will say is, from my, I don't know, guess, right? My best guess from my own studies, I'm gonna go with the August 22nd date. I'm just saying. And we'll be able to know, like when August 22nd comes, we'll be able to know whether that energy was aligned at that point, at that pinnacle moment or not, right? I want to say last year it was on August 5th. You guys remember that? I know. We want it to be on the 8th because it'd be super cool, right? All right, so Victoria is getting Aquarius full moon. I'm going to swap back and forth, I think, between the Inner Eye Oracle and just some tarot. And not just any tarot. I'm using the Enchanted Soul Tarot. All right, Victoria, what you started in February, 3 of Coins, teamwork, partnership, assistance, asking for help, mentors, learning, and study are on here. All right, let's look at what you're reaping. What you're reaping. We have Queen of Coins. I love that. This could definitely have to do with a work situation, Victoria. Queen of Coins is learning to become your own resource. It does have Mother Earth, feminine, nurturing, generous, homemaker, compassionate is on here. All right, how it's changing your life. Ooh, 6 of Wands, big victory, big victory. I feel like this is money, Victoria. I feel like this is, I mean, I want to say it's love, but I feel like that's not it. Like, it's definitely leveling up, but it's like in a work situation, in a pentacle situation, in a monetary situation is what it feels like. All right, some guidance. We have the Sun, success, enlightenment, joy, happiness. I love it. Oh my gosh, Victoria. On the bottom, we have the Hermit. It's time is what I'm getting with the Hermit. And it does show a tower. I think it's so funny. On the Tarot of the Enchanted Soul, the Hermit, which is normally about Dark Night of the Soul, and I mean, it still is in this tarot set, but in her picture, she illustrates this tower. And the tower is definitely, like the foundation is definitely crumbling, right? So it's like, it's this, and it shows a clock on it. So it's like divine timing type of energy. So it's like you waited and waited and waited for something in your dark night of the soul. And it was almost like you couldn't come out of dark night of the soul until you had this guarantee, until you had this foundation. And whatever the guarantee is or the foundation has to do with work, career, money, being able to become your own resource. I love it. Beautiful energy. I hope that was helpful. And I just want to say the Virgo, I mean, it could be Mercury energy, but it definitely gave me some Virgo vibes with the Hermit. All right, so that was Victoria. We have Jenna on YouTube. Thank you, Jenna. You get one. You get one safe haven. So pick wisely. You get one. All right, Jenna. Jenna's also doing Aquarius full moon. I flipped over the Enchanted Soul Tarot, and the Judgment card is on the bottom. Pluto energy, Scorpio energy. All right, Jenna, here we go. Aquarius full moon. What did you start in February? We have the gift box. You started tapping into your spiritual gifts. I love that. What are you reaping? What are you reaping with the full moon? We have the Stranger card. Oh my goodness. The Stranger card is big this week. All right, so the Stranger card is the Stranger Danger card. It does say that you could be closed off to an opportunity, or you could be closing off an opportunity to meet someone new or bring someone new into your environment because of some type of fear, because of some type of trauma that you've experienced. And you're like, man, I just don't want to experience that again. All right, how it's going to change your life. We have the work card coming out. The work card coming out, it shows the two gears, like the pieces fitting together very smoothly. It could be a work situation. And guidance, we have the Advisor. That's definitely like ask for help if you need it type of energy. Like if you're not sure how to use your gifts, or if you're not sure how to use your gifts with this stranger, or if you're not sure how to use your gifts with this stranger in a work situation. It's definitely giving me like advisors giving me like this pray and ask your answers, and questions, and they'll be answered type of energy. All right, I'm gonna leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. right. Tanya Heights. Michelle on Facebook. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jenna. I just seen Ace of Coins, Michelle. So something to do with new offers, new beginnings, new start. But I think it's new offers. And maybe more than one offer. All right, let's look at what you started in February. Guys, don't forget, if you get a free reading, make sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. If it resonates, make sure to leave a comment, right? The Magician comes out, more Virgo energy. Again, could be Mercury. This resourcefulness, action, manifestation, mastery, skill. I think you were manifesting, but what you were manifesting is the alchemy. What you were manifesting is being able to master the alchemy. In other words, in February, you were working hard to be able to see the positive in a challenging situation. All right, let's look at what you're reaping. Aquarius full moon. Wow, perspective. I mean, that's just so straight up. I can't even. Mercury, right? It's so big, so clear. But perspective, how you see things. It says limbo on here, so it's very possible that you are in this limbo period, right? You are feeling like you have to wait for the collective. It is going to be because you are ahead. And then we have to ask ourselves, like, why are some of us ahead? Right? Like, why do some of us experience these energies, right? Do you think it's just for no reason? It's just a coincidence? You know what I think? I think it's because we're supposed to be using those, like, to ascend to our own awakening so that we can turn around and show someone else, right? Kind of how when we do these lives. All right, let's look at how it's going to change your life. So I feel like what you're reaping is you finally are able to see it in a more positive light. You're able to see, like, why things had to happen a certain way. You have more clarity, more understanding. I feel like that's what you wanted all along. You wanted to be able to see it, give it an explanation or give it reason. And it's like now you're able to do that. How it's changing your life is Page of Coins. You're a student and you're starting a whole brand new journey. So it changed your life completely, right? Like, it changed your life completely. All right, let's pull some guidance. Sean says, very true. All right, Queen of Coins, again, Mother Earth, feminine, homemaker, compassionate, nurturing, and generous. I think, again, it's about learning to become our own resource. That's been really strong for Divine Feminine, but I think it has a lot to do. I don't think we see the Queen of Coins or Queen of Pentacles as much as a feminine energy as we should, right? As we should. And there's definitely going to be something here about being compassionate and generous. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that was helpful. Next, we have Sandra. Let's go ahead and close that list, ladies. Let's go ahead and close that list. Thank you, ladies, so very much. My moderators, Sandra and Diana, Michelle over on Facebook. Thank you for always helping with the list. Michelle says, absolutely, and I'm grateful for that new perspective. Same. All right, here we go. Sandra, what you started in February. Queen of Coins coming back out. Again, I'm getting finances. It does say homemaker on there, but it's definitely about a resource. What you're reaping, we have Page of Swords. Communication, new ideas, inspiration. You're more direct now than you were in February. All right, how it's changing your life. We have the Hermit. So again, bringing you out of Dark Night of the Soul. Again, making us rebuild the foundation, right? So in other words, you got to a location, you thought, oh, this is it. This is where I'm building my foundation. You started going, and then something happened, and it's like, oh, this isn't it, right? All right, let's look at the guidance. We have 10 of Swords. All right, so if you feel like you're having to rebuild your foundation over numerous times, the reason or the purpose is going to be the 10 of Swords, so that you can move out of like rock bottom type of energy, the loss and abandonment type of energy. It's like you had to process all of those traumas in order to be able to move out of that energy and stay out of that energy. So in other words, you probably healed something, like let's say you worked on abandonment and you're like, all right, I don't feel abandonment. I've healed that energy. I've got me. I'm not leaving me. God's got me. God's not leaving me, right? And let's move forward. Great. But then you realize that you still were dealing with rejection. You see what I'm trying to say? So it was like every time you built your foundation, you had to take it back down because you had to heal something else. It had to be the 10 of Swords. You had to process every single one of those traumas. Very interesting. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right. Yes, Sandra, that's so true. I feel like I heard something. Oh, I forget. It's one of those things that says something about like sometimes the first step is the hardest, but I forget how it goes. But it's like once you take that first step, then the rest of it becomes easier. You know what I mean? Okay. Renee wants full moon. Renee, say hi to me in the comments. I see you. After Renee, I have Safe Haven. We're going to do a general Safe Haven. And then I have Hunter Wade. Hunter Wade, was there anyone else that I need to? I see him up there. Let me see. Amanda, Talking to Heaven, and Tanya, Talking to Heaven. Well, I mean, we might as well give Safe Haven the Talking to Heaven, right? All right, let's do Renee. And Renee is doing full moon. All right, Renee, let's look at what you started in February. I have Temperance coming out. Temperance is strong Sagittarian energy. So I would say first, Renee, look at your birth chart and where is Sagittarius on your birth chart. That's definitely going to give you a big clue. Balance, harmony, calmness, serenity, healing, diplomacy, and moderation is here. So balance, harmony, healing, and moderation in February. I guess the words serenity and peace are also sticking out to me, but that was the goal here: balance, harmony, and you're moderating something. All right, let's look at what you are reaping. We have the world. Wow, brand new opportunities. The world in the palm of your hand. I'm hearing completion, wholeness, attainment. It's definitely an end of a cycle. End of a cycle. I feel like we talked about that today. Like sometimes when things feel like they're going slow, or you feel like you're in this limbo stage, right? It definitely could be that spirit is putting something together, like a little bit further down the path of your soul's journey, right? And it's like you just haven't reached that part yet. Sometimes that can feel like everything is going super slow. And then what happens is like, bam. And you're like, man, I wish I would have used that slow time to rest, right? All right, how it's going to change your life. We have the Knight of Swords. It's going to give you freedom, liberation. It's going to make you more daring, more brave, more direct. All right, let's pull some guidance. We have Six of Wands, victory. And I did get that message, like the victory is yours. All you have to do is continue moving forward. There's something about moderation. I've been picking it up all day. So it's like there's something you could be doing too much of. That could be overthinking, overanalyzing. That could be overworking yourself. It could be oversleeping. It could be overeating. You see what I'm saying? It could be anything that you're doing too much of needs to be moderated. And it's like if you can keep that balance, then the victory is yours. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. Nourished while waiting. All right, Hunter Wade. Oh, her second card. I missed it. I couldn't even tell you what it was. Oh, it was the World card. I remember. It just comes out, guys. Sometimes, like, I have to wait. I have to go back. You know what I mean? Like, after the live, especially, like, on the collective readings, I'll be like, what happened? What happened, Rosa? What's going to happen? All right, let's use the Inner Eye Oracle. Is it Safe Haven? Did I skip her? I'm sorry. Hunter, it is. It's Safe Haven's turn. I'm so sorry. Bear with me, Hunter Wade. Bear with me. All right, Safe Haven. I know I said talking to heaven, but I feel like we should just do a general. And honestly, I'm just going to do a past, present, future. I'm going to pull up those energies, and then I'm going to try to answer your question with those three cards. All right, here we go. Communication is past. Worries is present. Everybody's worrying. We're over worrying. Social engagement is future. Restriction is on the bottom. Restriction is 4 hearts. It's got the bird in the cage. Like you're not letting something be free. You're restricting the flow of something. All right. In the past, there could have been lack of communication or no communication. That's what has you like over worrying or over stressing right now. Future energy is social engagement. So it's like you're about to reconnect with this energy that you're super stressed about. But restriction on the bottom is like if you're wanting it to be something, it's like you're putting a label on it. You're restricting it from being able to grow, flow, move, be free, something. So it's like you need to, one, remove the label, stop worrying about like, is it this person, that person, this. If they feel important to you in your journey, then they're important to you in your journey. Pay attention to that. But don't overthink or over worry, especially if you're in no contact or limited contact, because social engagement says that in the near future, you are going to be engaging with this person socially, right? Like actively. So it's like you'll be seeing each other, talking to each other, something like that. So don't over stress yourself. All right. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that helps. Hunter Wade, you're not sorry. You're awesome. Super sweet. All right, let's do this one. And we're doing full moon. All right, so what you were doing last February, what you started last February, we have the Three of Spades. It's satisfaction. It's the card that shows sunflower. I feel like it's about being content, being happy. It's got something to do with that. What you're reaping, we have Six of Clubs, traveling. So you could be traveling right now. Maybe it was like you wanted to travel back then, or you wanted to do something back then, and you were just patient, you were present, you were able to be like enjoy what you had at the time, and that has brought in more. How it's changing your life. We have news, so it's like good news. There could be news coming in too, like something you've been waiting to hear. It's like it finally comes in. I do feel like it's good news. It's big news is kind of what I'm hearing. And the guidance card, again, the restriction. That's Buster. The restriction card, again, shows that bird not being able to fly free. And we have the protector on the bottom. Is it possible that you could be restricting something in your own, like your own opportunity for something? Maybe traveling, like maybe something you want to do requires traveling, but it's like because you're restricting the flow of something. Okay, so you know how when you want something really badly, I was talking with a friend of mine about this today. Like when you think about something and you want it really badly, you overthink about it, you could actually repel it away. Like you could push the energy away from you instead of calling it towards you. There's going to be something about that. You're being too overprotective about something, or you don't realize that you are highly protected. I don't know if I'm just tired, but it's definitely giving me like some confusion, not sure what to do. And the whole point is that you're just being too restrictive. You're highly protected. You need to be more open to, and it could have something to do with traveling. Like you need to be more open to bigger opportunities, good news coming in. Stay positive. Like don't give it a like, oh, it's not for me. It's not going to happen for me. Don't do that. And if you can do that, what you'll reap is going to have something. It's traveling. It shows this big ship, like you're going somewhere, maybe overseas. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. I like to say highly protective. I don't think we could be overly protective. I think you could be over worrying about something because you don't realize that you're highly protected. All right, who's next? Amanda. Amanda wants talking to heaven. Ah, sweet. Thank you. All right, Amanda, say hi to me in the comments. Talking to Heaven, guys, for those of you that don't know, are mediumship oracle cards by James Van Praagh. No. If they are not the one for you, like they wouldn't be in your life to begin with. So they're there for a reason. Now, is it love or is it a lesson? That I don't know. But you trying to put a label on it, safe haven, is restricting you from being able to gain access to something. So it's like, if you want to find out if it's love or a lesson, you're going to have to take the label off. Stop worrying about, is this person important to me? Are they not important to me? Of course they're important. That's why you're in your energetic field to begin with. I hope that helps. All right. Amanda, here we go. 2 came out. My death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. I know it's going to sound super weird, but it's a cloud. It's got birds in the cloud, and then there's like some hands on the picture. But somehow I'm seeing like a ghost sheet. You know how kids like dress and they put like a sheet over their head and they, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what I'm seeing. Tears cleanse the soul. It's showing a picture of teardrops in the shape of a heart. So again, cloud formations could be something. I'm so much better now. It's on the bottom. It's showing a rainbow, so you could have recently seen a rainbow. But I think it's more about the cloud formations. I get that a lot with you. Like maybe you watch the clouds, maybe you see things in the clouds. You could have recently saw something that caused a lot of like overflow of emotion, or you could have like cried and like maybe. I don't know. I think sometimes we feel bad about crying, and I think the message here is like it's okay. It's okay to cry. Like it's okay to get it out. We don't have to feel bad about crying. We don't have to feel like weak when we're crying. It's definitely like a cleansing of the soul, and it's needed because I feel like this person feels like you're holding on to guilt of some sort, right? All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, last one, guys. Last one on my list is Tanya. Tanya, let me know. Is it Tanya or Tanya? Did I write that wrong? Heavy fog coming in. Oh no, Diana. I did read where there's like a couple places online where people are having like live webcams, so that might be something that you could see. A way to be able to watch it anyway. It's Tanya. All right. Tanya on YouTube. Yes, guys, please make sure to come back. Tuesday night, we're going to be doing Divine Masculine Celtic Cross. Thursday night, we will do Divine Feminine. And I do always try to offer some free readings at the end. All right, Tanya, talking to heaven. Ooh, same card. That's super weird. My death was painless. Don't worry or hold on to guilt. And I see all of your thoughts. I had to leave that way is on the bottom. All right, let me see here. I'm going to read that I see all of your thoughts out of the book. But again, same type of message. Like there's some type of guilt, feeling bad about something. This could be like survivor's remorse, I just heard. And that's kind of like when, that might not be the right words, but it's like someone's passed and you're wondering, like, how come you're still there, right? It's that type of energy. I had to leave this way. It tells me like it could have been unexpected, or like not time. Like it's not someone that's like older and lived a full happy life, right? All right, I see all of your thoughts. That's the one that I think I'm supposed to read. And I like to read them out of the book sometimes, Tanya, because sometimes people tell me, now these are by James Van Praagh, an amazing, amazing man. But I think sometimes people tell me that they feel like sometimes the words sound like something that their person would have said, or it, it's a phrase that they used before, things like that. So that's why I like to read certain ones out of the book. So I'm going to read, I see all of your thoughts. It says, I can now hear your thoughts and feelings so much more clearly than when I was living in my physical body. Back then, I was consumed with my own ego thoughts and distracted by my fears. Now that I'm free of those shackles, I can focus upon giving and loving. So whenever you'd like to talk, I can clearly hear you. Just think my name and then trust the thoughts and feelings that you receive from me. Those are my communications with you. I totally respect your free will and would never impose my own will onto you. I only want what is best for you. So please know that I am here when you wish to talk. I love you. Wow. Like I said, it just feels like there's some guilt and like someone passed again, like maybe before, you know, at a younger age. That's not going to be someone that's like gone for a long, lived a full life. But I hope that message was helpful, guys. I'm sure you can see here my little guy in the background seems to have woken up, right? His 10:30 feeding probably. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. So I appreciate all of you that came in. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate all of you that came in, all of you that participated, energy exchange, tipped your reader. I appreciate all of that stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Don't forget, Tuesday night, Divine Masculine, Celtic Cross. We'll focus solely on Divine Masculine. Thursday night, we'll do Divine Feminine. I hope to see all of you there. Thank you, all my moderators who came in and helped tonight. I appreciate you so very much. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.